is Deadliest. To find out, our world-class fighters are testing history's most lethal weapon. Go! Using 21st century science, we'll see what happens when the two warriors go toe-to-toe. No rules, no safety, no mercy. It's a duel to the death to decide who is the deadliest warrior.
The Nazgul, ring race and Sauron's own personal elite fighting force, versus the Elves, immortal forest dwellers that are skilled marksmen and masters of stealth.
The Nazgul and the Witch King have no chance against the Elves and Legolas. Legolas' ability to shoot arrows from a distance, his close range with his elvish sword. The Elves have superior range with their bow and arrow, and their quickness and agility with their knife and sword will be dominant against the Nazgul.
The Nazguls would absolutely dominate the Elves. They have no chance. The Nazguls have the mace and the two-handed sword which they have wielded since they were 3, before they learned to shriek. The Elves have the short sword which has no range and no power, and they have a bow and arrow which they cannot shoot accurately. It provides range if you can shoot accurately, but they cannot, which is why the Nazguls would destroy the Elves.
I'm going to give my initial edge to the Nazgul. The blunt force that he can apply to any opponent with that mace is unparalleled by anything the Elves have. They do have some great accuracy with the bow and arrow, but I do like the Nazgul because they're so fearless in battle.
As you can see here, we apply the pressure sensor to figure out the force of impact. We can measure how much force is put onto our dummy.
I'm really excited to test this two-handed sword. It's got a very nice range. I can extend very well, but that no elf can survive a blow to the chest with this weapon right here.
3, 2, 1!
Ah! Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
That was 17 million newtons of force.
According to our top-of-the-line computers, the Nazgul applied 17 million newtons of force. Let's take a look at what that means. He applied with the two-handed sword enough effort right here to shatter the sternum of 5 fully grown hobbits. That is unprecedented damage, and something that the Nazgul should be completely proud of.
What do you think of that devastating blow?
Devastating, please. His motions were so slow, a death elf could quickly dodge it, get out of the way, and then quickly strike at the leg, knees, take it out. Nazgul, unimpressive.
3, 2, 1!
Ah!
Based on the
Oh my
sensors
goodness.
on his wrist right here, and the numbers that were crunched, his hands were moving at 317 kilometers per hour.
It's very impressive. I'm impressed by the elvish speed, but can't say I'm surprised.
The Elves slashed at a speed of over 300 kilometers an hour. Let's take a minute and put that number into perspective. For you men at home, that speed is faster than the pterodactyl's top speed multiplied by a factor of 7. This is unparalleled speed and something that the Elves should definitely be proud of.
How do you feel the speed of the elves' blows?
Well, the speed was fine, and I was pretty impressed, but honestly, you're never going to get that close to a Nazgul. I mean, with the range of a two-handed sword, you're never going to come close. And because of that, the elf really has no chance against the Nazgul in short-range combat.
In terms of close combat, I'm going with the Nazgul. The two-handed sword is just too much to overcome. One full swing of it, and the opponent is done, no matter what creature or species we're talking here.
In the close combat battle, I'm giving the edge to the elf. The speed is just too much for the Nazgul to handle, and it will just be sliced up into many pieces.
After studying the anatomy of the elven body, I have simulated something that sort of resembles the elven tissue structure and the bone structure, so now we have something accurate to judge the power and the devastation of the mace.
What we have here is the Nazgul mace. Now, this entire handle can hurt or damage any species with any sort of hit. and then we have the pivot point where the ball of the mace is connected. The pivot point provides a good sound structure for the ball, and it provides good torque for swinging the ball in such a way. The ball is very, very strong, harder than a rock. Any point, it could hit any species and have a trauma blow, a devastating blow to any body part.
3, 2, 1. Wow, take a look at this. He's knocked the head of the Elven simulator clean off. Now let's take a look at the body. Yep, that was an instant kill right there. He took the head clean off. The heart is not beating. Instant kill.
He applied 250,000 PSI to the head.
Well, can't say I'm surprised, but I'm no scientist, but that looks like a kill to me. Every time. Every time.
The Nazgul decapitating the dummy was pretty impressive. However, I think the elves have the edge in the long range because the Nazgul has nothing on a good shot to the neck with an arrow. Got nothing on that. Can't handle it. Can't see it.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, this is true marksmanship at its finest. Let's examine the blows. First of all, I don't know if this is getting all the way through the armor to the forehead, but this is probably going to with that kind of accuracy and marksmanship, so this is probably a kill. This right here. Do you see many weak spots in this armor? Because I sure don't, but he definitely found one right here. That is going straight through the tracheal traverse, and that is a kill. Now, can we get a close-up of this right here? I mean, that is 10 points for Gryffindor right there. Instant kill. That is going right through the left ventricle of the heart. This orc is dead 10 times out of 10. I guarantee it.
That was incredible. He got off 3 arrows in less than 2.5 seconds, and each arrow moving at least 135 kilometers per hour. That is impressive.
I mean, I can't say it's a surprise. Us elves grow up in the forest hunting squirrels, and they're hyper fast, and we have to kill them. So, you know, can't say I'm surprised, but it's good to be validated.
Non-impressive at all. Long range, but I don't buy this accuracy. It's a range of maybe 10 feet, and to be honest, that's in range of that's the Nazgul's mace, and I don't buy it. I think the mace still has a beat.
Although the mace of the Nazgul took the dummy's head clean off, I have to go with the Elvish bows. These weapons, as John just displayed, can be used at mid to long range with deadly speed and accuracy. If you want an arrow to the gullet, to the throat, to the forehead, to the secular sarcophagi, to the Maximus Optimus, wherever you want, wherever the weak spot in the armor is, that's where the elves will put it. So I have to give the advantage to the elves.
Even though the speed of the elves was impressive, just the sheer numbers and just the PSI ain't gonna lie. I have to go with the Nazgul. Too impressive. So, based on the numbers and everything, we cannot just decide who a winner is. We need to have a simulation. So we're gonna have a computer simulation of the two going head to head. But I'm gonna have to go with the Nazgul to win, in my opinion.
Heading into the simulation, I have changed my mind. I'm going to go with the elves. Their weapons are superior to anything the Nazgul can offer. Their speed, acuity with the bow and arrow, and just overall accuracy will be lethal, and that is going to show true in the simulation.